Good morning, St. Joe's. I'm actually pre-recording this on Friday for release on Monday, and it's in regards to our new pastor here at St. Joe's. And so this week I'm going to be on retreat, and I'd ask you to include me in your prayers, and I assure you I will be praying for you likewise. And so we have a letter from the bishop to all of us. And I'm just going to read the letter. Dear friends, I'm happy to announce the appointment of Father Felipe Polito as your new pastor for St. Joseph Parish in Kennewick, effective October 1st, 2020. Previously, Father Polito served as pastor of St. Joseph in Yakima, which is our largest parish in Yakima County. Father Polito also continues to serve as vicar for clergy as well as director of seminarians. Father Polito originally comes from the Mexican town of Dos Aguas in Michoacan. He attended the junior seminary in Uruapan. His father came north as an undocumented worker. After President Ronald Reagan's amnesty of 1986, he was able to sponsor the family for naturalization and citizenship. Father Polito joined his dad in the Yakima Valley, picking apples for Washington Fruit and cutting asparagus outside of Patterson. He also finished high school here in Yakima. Later, he re-entered the seminary, completing his college at Mount Angel Seminary in Oregon. He then went on to study theology in Rome at the North American College, graduating with honors. I am also happy to announce the appointment of Father Cesar Izquierdo as the parochial vicar of St. Joseph in Kennewick, effective October 1st, 2020. Father Izquierdo is currently finishing his studies in Rome. He holds a licentiate in philosophy from the Lumen Gentium University in Mexico City. He studied theology and English at Christ the King Seminary in British Columbia and is currently finishing his theological licentiate in public ethics and social doctrine of the Church from the Gregorian University in Rome. Like Father Polito's dad, Father Izquierdo worked as an undocumented laborer in the fields around Granger and Sunnyside, but his family has deep roots in the Lower Valley with dozens of cousins, aunts, and uncles all in the Sunnyside area. Two of his cousins worked for Catholic Charities Housing Services here in the Yakima area. His maternal grandfather worked illegally in the Yakima Valley as a bracero. His dad came alongside his brothers based in the lower Yakima Valley and also worked in the fields but without documents. Father Izquierdo came north as a 16-year-old boy with his uncle and his cousins to do the same and send money home to his family in the small town of San Jose Gomez outside of San Luis Potosi in Mexico. When Father Izquierdo was accepted as a seminary for the Diocese of Yakima, he self-deported. But with changes in immigration law, he ended up staying outside the country for 10 years as required by statute. We were able to secure documents for him to legally re-enter the country for his priestly ordination 2 years ago. But because his father had worked here without documents some 20 years earlier, his father could not attend the ordination. His father just died this past February. You may be aware that there is a budget crisis that may result in the layoff of some 13,000 employees at the United States Customs and Immigration Services. So right now, there are limited consular services in Italy. We are hoping he will make it home soon. I want to thank Father Jacob Davis, who is the outgoing parish administrator. He has done such a fine job with communication, coordination, tracking of budgets, oversight of staff, and support of the parish school. I am naming him pastor of Resurrection Parish in Zilla. This parish has been vacant for more than a year without a resident pastor. Jesuit Father Bill Vogel has been away due to health concerns. I was uncertain what his final status would be. Out of respect for him and for the parish, I have not named a new canonical pastor for the parish until now. If Father Vogel is able to return, he will be assisting in another parish. The only other Jesuit serving in the diocese at present is Father Tom Burnell, pastor of St. Joseph Parish in Sunnyside, who retires this September. Let me add one more note. Seminarian Ethan Pfeiffer will be serving in residence for pastoral year starting October 1st, 2020 as well. Ethan grew up in Yakima and just finished his initial formation at the Seminario Hispano in Mexico City. where, among other things, he has been mastering the Spanish language. Taken together, along with Father Richard Kolker and Father Lawrence Riley, your parish will have a great lineup of locally formed priests and seminarians to serve you. I know that I can depend on you to join me in thanking Father Jacob Davis for his leadership at St. Joseph in Kennewick, even as you welcome Father Polito, Father Scardo, and Seminarian Ethan Pfeiffer to your parish community. Kindly pray for more vocations to our Yakima Diocese, as well as for all the priests changing assignments this year. With ever best wishes and blessings, yours in Christ, Most Reverend Joseph Tyson, Bishop of Yakima.